Hello, FJL World. Discussing the case of Mira, who was trying to find a place to live. She finally found a great apartment. She was getting ready to start negotiations. All of a sudden, she gets a phone call from Tomer, who says, "I'm already working on this apartment. You can't just come in and try to take it over." So who's the case with? Can Mira take the apartment instead of Tomer? When we look at this case, we're discussing a principle in Jewish law called ani ha'me'apech b'charara. You have a poor person who's trying to go after a cracker or food that he's looking for. Somebody else comes along and snatches it. So the fact that the person was looking for something or trying to get something in the first place creates a limitation on the person who came after to try to get it in the second place. So even though Mira is looking and she's finding, we have to look at how far along Tomer is in the process of his negotiation with the landlord. If he's already agreed on a price, that's a pretty far along place to be in a negotiation in terms of his rights to be able to get this apartment, even if he hasn't signed on the dotted line, even if he hasn't signed everything, and he would be called a me'apech. He's actively pursuing this. Whereas if he's still in an earlier stage of the negotiation, one could argue that Mira could come in and she could take the apartment. If she's ready to move at a quicker pace, she would be able to have the right to argue that I'm going to move forward and I'm going to make the negotiation go, and I can skip over Tomer even though he started the negotiation before Mira. So in this case, we would have to look at where Tomer is in his conversation with the landlord. If he's at a later stage, Mira wouldn't have a right to the apartment, but if he is an earlier stage, he's not a mehapech, he's not in the status of pursuing this opportunity, and Mira indeed will be able to put in an offer for this apartment.